Hi there. Have you ever wondered if being a call center agent is really worth it? The salary, the benefits, the work life balance, does it truly pay off or is it just overhyped? In this video, I will be sharing with you the typical salary of a call center agent, the perks that they get to receive, as well as the challenges of working in a BPO company here in the Philippines. Stay tuned because what you're about to hear might just change your career plans. Let's begin. Before I give you the figures or the numbers, let's talk about the factors first that we need to consider about a call center agent salary. The first factor is the experience level. So we have what we call entry level agents or what we call newbies. Typically, they earn between 10,000 pesos to 20,000 pesos per month. Hear me out pagdating sa 10,000 pesos. Make sure to watch until the end para ma-explain ko siya better. Nung newbie ako sa BPO, ang aking salary ay 14,500 pesos. That's the basic pay. And that is within this entry-level range talaga siya. So, yun. And take note, dito na yan siya sa NCR. And we have the second tier, we call it mid-level agents. Yung mga experience nila is between 1 to 3 years. So, they can earn up to 20,000 pesos to 30,000 pesos per month. It varies ha. We have factors to consider din kasi. So, when I worked sa VXI, my basic pay back then was 20,000 pesos and my experience back then sa BPO is less than a year but I already earned 20,000 pesos. Perhaps that's because of where I am located. The next one is the senior agent or sila yung may mga 3+ years experience. They may receive 30,000 pesos or more depending on skills and expertise. The next factor that we need to consider is the company and industry. We have BPO versus in-house call centers. So large multinational BPO companies like Concentrix tend to offer higher salaries than local in-house call centers like that of the call center companies or customer care department for Globe, Smart, etc. Pero take note na meron din namang mga international companies na in-house. For example, sa Amazon, pwede kang mag-apply directly sa Amazon dito sa Pilipinas and you get higher pay as compared sa nag-apply ka sa Concentrix tapos Amazon yung account mo. Another factor is the industry type. So, if you belong to an account in finance, healthcare, or IT-related accounts, you're lucky because it generally pays more than retail or customer service accounts. Di ba nga, I was endorsed in a retail account back then. So, hindi talaga kataasan yung salary. So, swerte ka kung mapunta ka dito sa finance, healthcare, at mas bongga siguro kung sa sales account. Now, let's talk about account type and complexity. Meron tayong tinatawag na voice versus non-voice. Na-experience ko mag-voice, na-experience ko rin mag-non-voice. And sa voice talaga, mas malaki yung offer kumpara sa non-voice. For me kasi, medyo mahirap yung voice kasi direkta mong nakakausap yung customer. Kapag kagalit sila, maririnig mo talaga na galit sila. Pero pag non-voice, since through chat, email, and SMS lang naman siya, hindi mo talaga mafe-feel yung frustration ng customer or ng client na kausap mo. Kaya din siguro mas malaki yung sahod kapag voice versus non-voice. Next is technical support versus customer service. So, IT or tech-related accounts usually have higher salaries than general customer service roles. Ibig sabihin, kapag napunta ka sa technical support, mas malaki yung sahod mo kumpara sa customer service associate kasi merong complexity allowance. Now, let's talk about shift schedules and night differentials. So, meron tayong tinatawag na night premium or night differential. So, agents working night shifts, often, usually, US clients to receive an additional 10 to 30% of their basic salary. Based on my experience, 10% kapag nasa nesting phase pa lang, training, tapos kapag na-endorse na, 20%. Pero, it could go up to 30% pala ng basic pay, which is good na rin. So, weekend or holiday work. Additional pay may be given to you if you're working on holidays or rest days. Kapag pinapasok ka ng boss mo, ng day off mo, ang tawag natin doon ay RDOT or rest day overtime. And I believe triple pay po yan siya, lalo na kung natapat siya ng holiday rin. And meron din tayong holiday pay, so pwede siyang maging double pay or 30% ng income natin, depende po sa okasyon. Another factor that we need to consider is yung performance incentives and bonuses. May tinatawag na sales and commission-based na roles kasi. So, agents that are handling sales or upselling may receive commissions or bonuses on top of their base salary. Yun, maganda kapag napunta ka dito sa mga sales account kasi bukod sa basic pay mo, meron ka pang matatanggap na commission at usually, malaki yan. Kaya yung ibang call center agents talaga, umaabot ng 6 digits, yes, yung kanilang monthly salary because dito sa ganitong account sila napunta, lalo na kapag na-hit mo yung quota mo. Second is we have what we call KPI-based incentives. So, companies reward high performance like kung pasado yung quality score mo, yung average handling time, customer satisfaction, transfer rate, more likely meron kang matatanggap na monthly incentive. Next is, we'll talk about the location or of the call center company kung saan ka belong. So, for Metro Manila versus provinces, so salaries in Metro Manila and Cebu are generally higher than those in provincial areas due to the cost of living. Ayun, pantay-pantay lang naman yung sahod natin. I believe, nagkataon lang na mas malaki siguro dito sa atin, sa Metro Manila, dahil nga ang mahal ng bilihin dito at halos lahat binibili, unlike sa province, diba? We also have what we call special economic zones. So, some BPOs in areas like Clark, Davao, or Iloilo offer competitive salaries to attract talent. So, konti lang, I believe, yung mga applicants sa areas na to. So, para maka-attract ng maraming applicants, tinataasan natin yung sweldo. And good thing para sa mga areas na to, no? Kasi kahit nandito na sila sa probinsya nila, kapiling yung pamilya nila, kumikita pa rin sila ng halos same ng offer sa Metro Manila or Cebu. Another factor to consider is yung educational background and skills of an applicant or of the employee. So, let's talk about college graduates versus undergraduates. So, some companies pay higher salaries to degree holders, though many call center companies accept undergraduates. Pero there are companies like VXI na whether you're a tenured or newbie, college degree holder or not, same lang talaga yung offer nilang salary. Pero there are companies na ino-honor yan. And we also have multilingual skills. So, agents fluent in languages like Japanese, Mandarin, or Spanish can earn 60,000 pesos to 100,000 pesos per month due to demand. So, kung gusto mo talagang karirin ang BPO, mag-multilingual ka na lang para naman mas malaki talaga yung earning potential mo. Hindi lang siguro 100k, no? Baka nga mas mataas pa dito kasi kakaunti lamang yung mga agents na multilingual. Kaya naman, konti yung demands, malaki yung demand, tas konti yung supply. Therefore, malaki ang pasahod. Now, given all of those factors, how much is the typical salary of a call center agent here in the Philippines? I'll give you figures, but take note that the figures that I'll be giving here are based on my research. So, I got the information on here from Salary Grade Philippines. So, the average monthly salary of a call center agent is around 30,167,000 per month. The base salary could be 21,345,000 pesos per month. And the salary range could be 10,000 pesos to 435,000 pesos per month. Yes, pang call center agent na position po ito. And most likely, yung 435,000 para na yan sa mga sales accountants, possibly mga senior agents na to. Yung 10,000 naman, mga local accounts lang yan or yung mga BPO companies na nasa provinces. Okay, so make sure to take note of that. Baka i-bash nyo ako na ano ba yan? Alright, now let's talk about the other perks and benefits that you get to receive if you are a call center agent. So, for me, ang gaganda ng mga benefits. So, let's talk about health and wellness benefits. We have what we call HMO or Health Maintenance Organization coverage. It offers free or subsidized health insurance for employees and dependents. Yes, almost all BPO companies ay merong HMO, which is so good. We also have dental and vision care. Yes, when I was in VXI and Concentrix, meron po talaga silang ino-offer na dental and vision care as part of your HMO coverage. Next, let's talk about mental health support. Dahil nga medyo mahirap ang accounts, maraming na-stress, they also offer counseling services or what we call employee assistance programs. And of course, hindi mawawala ang wellness programs. They have free gym access, meron ding yoga or wellness webinars. Meron ng mga gym na meron ding gym instructors. So, ganun sila ka supportive talaga when it comes to our wellness. Pero base sa mga napapansin ko, hindi lahat nagji-gym or halos walang nagji-gym. Now, let's talk about work-life balance perks. So, what we call paid time off or PTO. Paid po yung vacation leaves namin and then sick leaves namin. But of course, may certain number of days. For example, sa company ko recently, 20 days yung vacation leave and then yung sick leave namin ay 7 days. We also have birthday leave. Some companies grant a leave on an employee's birthday. So, hindi ito applicable sa lahat ng BPO companies. Pero syempre, kung alam mo namang birthday ka, pwede ka mo namang mag-file ng vacation leave if you want. Pero hindi siya birthday leave. We also have maternity and paternity leave. So, extended paid leave ito for new parents. We also have bereavement leave. So, leave granted in case of family loss. Marami pa talagang mga leave na binibigay na exclusive lang per company to company. Pero ito yung mga typical or common. Let's talk about career growth and learning opportunities. Yes, we have training and upskilling, free certification courses, or even language training. Naiinis kami pag may mga training kami and upskilling kasi parang hindi naman namin siya sineseryoso. But it's true, they provide certificates talaga if you finish a certain training na required talaga sa company. We also have leadership development programs. So, this is a way to fast-track career growth, diba? So, kung gusto mong mag-step up sa role mo, then you can join in this kind of program. We also have internal job promotions, opportunity to apply for higher roles. Okay, the next perk ay yung mga employee engagement and social activities. We have what we call company events and team building. So, yearly outings, parties, and even sports fests. So, I joined these kinds of outings talaga. Sa mga team buildings naman, kami yung may shoulder typically, pero mas malaki yung shoulder kapag TL ka, char. Then, game rooms and lounge areas. Yes, there are spaces for relaxation inside the office. Meron talagang way para mag-enjoy ka. May mga computer room, may game room. Basta, meron pang way para magpamassage ka. Like, may mga machine sila pwede kang magpamassage, ganyan. Meron ding recognition and awards. Yes, as a pabida-bida before. May mga recognition tayo like top agents, ganyan, best in sales, ganon. So, may mga tatanggap tayo mga awards dyan, certificates, monetary rewards, etc. And we also have volunteer and CSR activities. So, may mga opportunity tayo to join charity and outreach programs. Next is what we call flexible work arrangements, work from home or hybrid setup. Naging uso to sa BPO, lalo na nung pandemic. Pero ngayon, kukunti na lang yung mga companies na nag-offer nito. Pero I appreciate na meron pa rin talagang companies na nag-offer. Kung hindi man work from home, ay hybrid setup. Personally, work from home po ako at the moment. They also offer flexible schedules, lalo na kung nalaman nilang estudyante ka, mag-a-adjust sila sa'yo or sa schedule mo sa school. We also have job rotation opportunities. Dito yung way para ma-cross-train tayo. Usually, diba, na titrain tayo hindi lang sa retail, kundi pati na rin sa technical and etc. Number 6 na perks ay convenience perks. They offer free shuttle service, so pick up and drop off for employees working night shifts. I believe na until today, nangyayari pa rin yan, especially in sites like Clark, etc. Meal and coffee stations. Yes, may companies like Taskas na nag-offer ng free lunch at may mga coffee stations talaga sa VXI. Free talaga yung coffee, unlimited hanggat gusto mo. Pero nung nag-apply ako sa Concentrix, free lang yun para sa mga applicants. Kapag hindi ka applicant, hindi na free. Also, merong sleeping quarters doon. Pwede kang matulog, syempre, kung masyadong maaga kang nakarating sa shift mo. And then, we also have on-site clinics na kung may nararamdaman ka, meron talagang registered doctor or nurse na pwedeng tumingin sa'yo. Next, let's talk about employee discounts and perks. Ito na yung last na non-monetary benefits. So, we have exclusive company discounts. Sinamahan ko before yung kapatid ko na mag-shopping sa isang brand na affiliate yung company namin. 3,000 pesos yung halaga na pinambili namin and lahat yun ay libre dahil affiliate ng company. So, exclusive company discount ang matatawag doon. So, hanggang ngayon, ginagamit pa rin ng kapatid ko yung mga binili namin that time, including yung dumbbell. We also have referral bonuses for new hires. Isa to sa mga favorite ko kasi nagre-refer ako dati. So, hindi lang monetary benefit yung natatanggap. Syempre, may mga pabigas na rin, may mga pag-groceries. So, maganda na rin. Meron ding travel and accommodation assistance. For example, back then, may ka-teammate ako na napunta sa Davao, inassign sila doon to assist new hires, newbies, ganon. Tapos, meron naman akong operations manager na nakilala na pinadala rin siya doon sa India, diba? So, these are company-sponsored trips, pero usually, work-related ito siya. So, is working in a call center company truly worth it? For me, it depends on what you value most, whether it's a competitive salary, the healthcare benefits, or the career growth. The BPO industry has its ups and downs. So, what do you think? Would you stay or join in the BPO industry? Please let me know in the comments. And yes, if you learned something from this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And if you have video suggestions, feel free to write that down below. I make sure to reply and give that comment a like, and of course, create a video about that in the future. So yes, I'll talk to you next time. Bye!